This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table. Shuts down the air approach. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Okay, so a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Need to find a way to make the most of drive gauge without going too far. Player 1 has used up all their drive. Gets down. Player 2, which this is going to hurt. Drive gauge will be full when they snap out of it. Now's the time to capitalize. The low doesn't connect, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. The jump in is denied. The impact's shut out. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Grabs him. All right, what's coming next? Drive rush gets in their face. Oh. Player 1 pounces on that mistake with the impact for the punish count. Target lock and slight doubt is all it took. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Hits the jump in. Headbutt. Very slick with the combo. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player will add some damage and Player with the super. Oh yeah, let's go! Time for some big boy damage here. Give him the Stormbuster and check out how much damage this takes off. Player 1 really needs to take advantage of the SA gauge here. Rips with that huge attack. Finishes with the anti-air. Player 2 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column. Whoa, we're gonna run it back now? This thing ain't over yet. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Falls short. Miss that mark with drive impact, and you're open to get punished. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Hits him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now and everything from here on out is so vital. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Who gained control of the match in the early going? The drink levels it, springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Drive rush to keep it going. Barely hanging on. They have to optimize the drive usage. Hits him with his free flow. Pokes with the medium kick. Max drink level now. This party's getting interested. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. Double lariat, and now needs to find a chance to seal the deal here. Hanging on for dear life. There's a war going on in the middle of the stage. Drink level 4 unlocks more moves for the fight at hand. Looking for a chance. Denied the jump in attempt. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Connects with the throw. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Headbutt. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. The throw connects. Max SA gauges. They both have a chance to score a big payday. Drops. Sets up with a jump in. Medium kick into. Gotta be careful not to below. Both sides getting a change of plan. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's see some side burning it all the way up with the super.
Come on. It's time to
Spends
drink.
all that juice on the super art. Not trying one bit about it. Super art. You want to see him spend that cash money. Yo, what's next? Cut that boy off. He's had too much. Wow, puts the brakes on the impact. Player 2 has... Oh, just do it! Looking for a hole. And just bets it all on the quad rush. Pops him with a big combo. Take that guard away and fires off an overdrive arrow. Oh, damn! A jump? Escapes the corner. A jump in? Are you for real? Oh my God, crushes in! Are you for real? Player 1 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold? Boots him and takes a swing. Reads the jump in perfectly. Jumps in. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Both looking for an opening. They want to get in and do damage. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Dangerous range here. If you're careless, any move with long recovery can get jumped in on for good damage. Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. How will both players use this time to create their chances? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Can't decide who's gonna stay in the corner. Time to do some damage after that wall splash. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Double lariat, and now... There's nuh-uh to the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Blocks the low heavy, and... What are they doing? This is the springs forward with the drive rush. You gotta be mindful of reach and those 7 beautiful letters. You love to hear them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. The throw connects. What'll happen here? Drive rush. Full SA throws him. Throw option, always good for the damage. Oh my! Punish, counter, or reaction. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Oh, this super art can change the makeup of this match. Player 1 has got to work some magic with this limited drive. Big gauge lead here. What are they going to fire off an overdrive arrow? Okay, here we go. Player forward rush. Boots him and takes a swing. Player 1 is dangerously close to running out of drive. They're sitting on a full super art gauge and drive rush. Full super art income. Excellent read. They trade hits. Looking for a hole. Puts the brakes on the impact. Jump! Are you for real? Player 2 was the only